Hello everyone, I'm Todd Subney, the Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart International, and I'm off camera, but here on camera with me today is the Renee Enriquez team, sorry,
You're good.
from Santa Clarita, and they're just doing some amazing things. We just did 2 little short podcasts, but I want to focus real quick on this segment. I want to talk about social media and social media with open houses. So we have Itzy, who's new to the team, who kind of is a social media secret weapon, I guess, too. And, but
She's a secret weapon.
All of them are doing open houses. But here, we were just talking off camera a minute ago about you did an open house recently, and it had a lot of likes, and it had a lot of traffic, and you had how many people working the open house together? 3 of you?
It was the 3 of us.
And you were all busy the whole time?
Yes.
That's
Right.
great. So tell me what you did to pre-market. How'd you get the likes? What'd you do? How'd you get so many people to the open?
So through the Facebook business page, it's connected with Instagram. I'm not as savvy as she is, but one of the things that we did, what we tend to do is we want to boost our open houses, and we pick a radius or we pick different communities that we feel that's where our buyers are going to come from. So this one, I think I put in, I want to say maybe $20 a day, and I think we started on Thursday.
Yeah.
It was like on Thursday or something like that, where we said, okay, we're gonna boost for Sunday.
$20 a day for what? Boost
To boost the
Who are you doing this for? Are you doing it direct with Facebook or are you?
with Facebook.
Because you told me about an app you're using too.
Yes, we have that
for a
too.
Company, Real Savvy, is that what it
Yeah,
is?
Real Savvy.
In Texas?
Yeah, out of Texas. It's kind of I've been following them on social media, and they've got a lot of great reviews. And those individuals, they will take my listings or company listings, and they create posts. And so I really didn't, was a little skeptical about it because I've been on this road before and I haven't gotten any success. But the minimum investment with them is about $10 a day. And what they do is they create the post, they do everything for you, and they even have, I think it's a Gmail suite or something. When you go in and your leads go there, and then you can manage them from there. We set it up, I think it was on a Wednesday, and then by Friday when I'm doing the first initial call to basically learn about it, how to use it, he's like, oh, dude, you already got like 24 leads. I'm like, what, dude? What are you telling me this right now? It's like, yeah, they just came in. So that was pretty awesome. I've never seen really success like that with any other company, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, so that's something that I pay for on the side. That's a different service.
But then for this particular open house, you were doing it just on your own.
Yes.
You were doing Instagram, Facebook. What were you doing?
Yeah, so Facebook and Instagram. So it boosted both of those ads promoting the open house, which is something that Real Savvy can do as well. But they were new to me. I didn't know if it was going to be ready by then. So I went ahead and I did that. And this particular home, just in the location, I knew it was going to be popular. But on Instagram alone, we had about 370-something likes on there. And a lot of comments and people that I started conversations with. And then on Facebook, we also had many likes on there and a lot of conversations. But it kept their open house on Sunday really, really busy between all 3 of them.
So did you advertise the address?
Yes.
You didn't hide it?
No.
You advertised the hours of the open house?
Yes.
Did you put the price of the home?
Yes.
Okay, all of that?
All the information's there.
Photographs?
Yes.
And, okay. And then how long was the open house?
From 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
3 hours.
All right. And I'm going to give you the microphone here because you were telling me. So 3 of you were working the open house.
Yes.
And you were all busy all the time.
Yeah.
So tell us about the open house.
All right. So it was really a lot of energy. There was 3 of us. The house was pretty big. We kind of spread it out. One person welcoming the guests or the people that are coming in. Another one was just having them to register, and another one just kind of taking them on a tour. It was really good. We had about 20 couples. We're not counting double couples because we had people that were coming in 4s. And a lot of great questions. But the most exciting part is when I walked in today, I believe Renee said, well, we have 3 solid offers from that one day of open house.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the end result, right? So
That was the end result of that. But I think that it really, as a team, put in perspective, and mind you, that there's a realtor and there's a realtor. We don't have to argue or fight. We're here to serve the client. So regardless of whose listing it is. You know, we didn't feel like, hey, I'm working for Renee.
Right.
No,
Right.
I'm working here for the clients and the people that are coming through to visit our listing. Yeah.
It's pretty
So
cool.
like you said, it was about branding.
Right.
We were representing HomeSmart in that open house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So how about other pre-marketing? Did you do signage out there?
Yeah, we put
Oh,
up the sign the yard signs and guiding everyone to the open house. He has some really cool big signs. They're huge, so
Yeah,
you can't miss them.
I
I got
love
the
it.
biggest A-frames you can probably think of.
I love it.
Yeah.
They weigh more than Itsy, but
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, in
But-
fact, I was forced to buy a truck because of all the signage. So we have probably about 40 some signs right now, and we're going to buy more because obviously the team just got bigger, and that was just for myself. So I made sure that wherever I went, if I was doing an open house, I plaster the whole entire neighborhood. There's no sign limits how many you can put out here, so I will have them on every single intersection directing traffic to go to this open house.
Do they work?
Absolutely,
Yes.
they do.
Oh my
They
God.
You
always
hear
work.
that from people.
yes,
Yes. And
yes.
there's been weekends that we have 3 open houses. She'll be in one, he'll be in one, I'll be in one.
Yeah.
And we're in constant,
Right.
communication of how is it going. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's really good.
So I mean, it is very helpful, and he's been able to boost everything on the marketing part, and it sounds like we do get a really good success rate when it comes to that.
great.
And also just on the whole open house note, it's good. There was another what would you call it? Suggestion or kind of helping out. There was the person that we talked about earlier that was helping me.
Right.
She suggested, it's always good to do your homework in the neighborhood. So at this particular open house, it's very well known for the schools in the area. So a lot of the people that were coming through, they were asking about that. They were asking questions. I mean, so it's always good to like the night before do your homework on in the community, what the schools are like, what shopping is done, and we had a lot of people coming that are moving in from out of state, so they're not even familiar with the town or the city. So it's always also good to put that. And when I've done posts, I'll grab his and I'll share his post. I'll put that on my comments. Like shopping nearby. We have a paseo system. If for whatever reason one of our listings is in the paseos, it's like a walking trail. It's very popular out here. So we kind of point out like what the highlights are in around the area of the house. So it's always good to be very well knowledged and do your homework the night before on the models and just everything, because they'll ask you what year was it built.
Oh, yeah.
They ask you all kinds of questions. So
I've actually sold a townhome because the Starbucks was right on the corner. No joke. And that's what I put on there. It's like I read Starbucks and I'm a commuter, so that was perfect for me. Close to a freeway and a Starbucks, this is great. I need to go see this house.
I love it. That's great. Well, good. Okay, so if we removed open houses, remove that marketing and everything from your business, like, would you feel whole? Like, do you would you like it feels like open houses are a large part of what you're doing.
Yes.
No, absolutely. For me, I wouldn't even be here. That's where the majority of my business, was built from, is from open houses and just meeting people. I mean, it's the best way for you to market your business, just to be out there. You got to be in the business. My grandfather used to have a saying, because he used to own a store, and it says, if you have a store, you got to be at your store. You can't just leave it unattended, right? You got to be there.
Right.
In Spanish, it sounds a lot better. But anyways, that's kind of the same philosophy here. If you make chocolates, you got to be at a chocolate factory. So open houses for us is that chocolate factory, right? We got to be out there. That's where the people are going to be. And yes, there's going to be looky-loos. Yes, there's people that are going to come in that you see probably every other weekend. They're out there just getting decoration ideas, and that's okay. Talk to them, be friends with them, because they also have information. They know who's probably looking to buy or looking to sell in the neighborhood. Treat them with respect, and they'll treat you with respect back. And there's a lot of great opportunities there. And I guess people also get used to seeing your name and seeing you out there. So it's super beneficial, especially
Right.
a small community like Santa Clarita. You kind of become known for the person that's doing open houses.
Right.
And that's how you build your database, is what you said earlier, is
Yeah.
you build your database from open houses.
Right.
If you're a brand new agent and you don't have a database, you don't have, you're targeting only 4 or 5 people at a time, you do an open house, and then all of a sudden, like at our open house, you don't have everyone wanting to sign in or giving your information, but you gave us a really good tool and a tactic on how to get that information, which I think would work. And it's just a way as a new agent to build the business or build your database.
Right. So we were talking about doing open house surveys when they come through the door, asking the attendees to the open house to fill out a survey, give feedback on the home, what they thought about different aspects of the home, because then they're more willing to give you their information and to begin to interact with you because you're asking for their input. So.
Right.
Okay, so last question here as we wrap up this segment then. Let's talk, come on, let's talk social media. What are you going to do? What are you currently doing to help drive traffic with social media? And, is it hard?
Yeah, so I think of social media as like marketing for the marketing. So marketing to get people to go into open houses. As far as Instagram, it's really hard, like especially today, to stand out on Instagram. So it's great to like put the address and, like you said, don't withhold the info that they want to know, but include every single hashtag you can think of. Like if there's stuff around the neighborhood, like you need to throw that in because you need to like target. You have like your target population or like audience or market that you want to get, and you need to get at that. It doesn't matter how many hashtags you have or if you think it looks clustered, because once you post it, all of that gets reduced. So that's going to be chopped off, and it's still going to be in their system. So if anyone searches that hashtag, it's still going to come up, and it's not going to look clustered unless you open up the tab, and then it's going to show you all the dirty stuff.
Are there real estate related hashtags that you're using? And if just rattle some off, as ideas for everybody. I mean, what are we doing? Just
Real estate, open house, anything that the property could have, pool, 2-story, how many bedrooms,
Super
bathrooms,
cute.
Home
yeah,
sweet home.
6 Flags.
Anything they can
Yeah.
call
Yeah,
it.
cul-de-sac. I mean, you just get really creative with it, and then you start searching some other stuff and see if somebody has used it, and it's okay. You can take that over.
Yeah.
Then you look up. You can also Google the top hashtags that are out there, and they'll give you like the top 25, and then you see if my home fit there, and if it does, then you just put it on there. Just kind of give it a. The other thing that I do, and I failed to mention, and getting those, and I didn't mean to cut you off because you have a lot of
It's
good
all
stuff. Is the there's a lot of different groups on social media, right? So you go to Facebook, and there's Santa Clarita Buy and Sell. There's just groups like that. There's hundreds of them out there, and sometimes they say, hey, you can't post that in here. That's okay. I just won't use it anymore. But a lot of times there's people actually maybe not really looking to buy a home, but because it's an RV thing, it's an RV
RV park.
space or whatever.
Yeah.
But my home has an RV parking for it. It kind of goes with that particular site. So then what I do is I post it on there, right? So then what ends up happening is somebody might have an RV and might be looking for a property, but they didn't think to look in this particular site on Facebook and group. So now it's like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? This is exactly what I've been looking for, right? So you can get a client through there. It's casting that net, right? So you just putting that net out there, but you got to go to all those groups. And normally now, Facebook used to do where you had to do, I think, 7 at a time. You couldn't do post multiple, but then now they open it up, or you can just select all the ones that you want. And it has given me some stuff that is maybe not so good, like leads, but it's also given me some pretty decent leads as well, depending on demographics in the areas. But there's people that do shop, and even if it's not really completely related to real estate, they'll click on it, and you can start communicating with them.
So what else are you doing? So the hashtags, I just learned some cool stuff. That's awesome. I never thought to actually Google and put in those different
everything.
real estate terms or different terms for the local area, and that's a great idea.
Yeah, another feature that Instagram has is like stories. So you don't have to make it permanent. Say you have like contacts, you can reach out to your friends and then they can post your flyer or whatever on their stories. And it's not going to be on their profile permanently, but it's still going to reach their own database and their own friends. And if you hit all your followers, people you follow, that's going to multiply it so much.
So walk us through that exact process.
You
That
sound
sounds
excited.
Okay, so what is it that you actually do? So you create a story.
So the concept is kind of like Snapchat. I don't know if you heard of Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat, you upload a story, so you can do like of the house, a little like virtual tour, whatever you want to do. The information you can also write on it. That can be used on Snapchat too. You just turn your story settings to public, and then anyone has access to it, depending on like if they're a business or what they've searched. Like Google like filtrates all of that, and then it'll send that to them whether they want to or not.
So for this listing, you kind of you create a little story.
Little stories, and
so
then
what it really is it's a little video.
Yeah.
Right. And then,
And it can also be
and then
post-
that doesn't get posted in line. That shows up at the top of Instagram.
Yes.
And it comes through, and a lot of times people click on those stories and they're watching one after another.
Yep,
after
they're just
another,
watching,
after
like if they're at the DMV or anything, or if they're bored, they just click those stories and they just. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and you can share the same story to Snapchat, so you can use
And you can
those.
share- well, what you
Instagram
can
and
share
Snapchat.
Posts to Facebook.
And
but
you can share posts to
stories, can you
Instagram,
share
too.
Stories to Facebook. Or-
Yeah. Facebook just uploaded like a feature that's kind of like Snapchat too. So each profile has their own story as well. It doesn't have to be permanent. Same thing, you can take a screenshot of the flyer and send it to all your contacts, and then those contacts can put it on their media, and then they're gonna hit different people, especially if they're from the area.
So that's the part I wanted you to explain, because you were saying you can get other people to share your story.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So you upload your story to Instagram, and then you click on it, and there's gonna be a little arrow button. You click on that, and then you can choose whoever you want to send it to. You just click their name. It's so easy. You just click their name and then press the blue button, and then it sends it to them. And then if you write, "Hey, can you please share this on your story?" And if they're your friends, they're gonna say yes, obviously. And then they're gonna say yes, and they just share it, and they can tag you in it, and then yeah.
There you go. That is some good social media marketing right there. Some good tips for all of you. So, all of you, thank you for joining us today. I know I've taken a lot of your time out here, but it was great having you on the podcast, on the show. Love hearing your stories. I love hearing just your path. Like I want to check back in with you in like 6 weeks, and I want to see what happened.
What happened?
See what happens 6 months from now. And I'm excited you're building a team here like this, and that it's and you've done that in a relatively short amount of time period. So kudos to all of you. I enjoyed meeting you, enjoyed the time today. I hope all of you listeners have too. Todd Sumney, the Chief Industry Officer here for HomeSmart on the Real Estate Podcast. And I hope you tune in for future episodes where we do more interviews with top agents just like this. So thank you all for being here today.